Okay, introducing on my show now. It's really lovely, really, to have Becky Turner and Ashley on my show. Welcome, ladies, to my show.
Hi. Hi. Thank you
And
for
it's
having me.
no, you're welcome. Thank you for accepting my invitation to come on. This is a new segment on the show. We've done a couple of these now where we throw it open to the public to share their experiences and life stories, facing adversity, and so on. So I just wanted to ask, how are we doing today, and where are you from?
Today is a good day. Good. Yeah. So we live in a town called Spruce Grove. It's in Alberta, which is in Canada.
Oh, nice. So you're from Canada.
Yes.
Oh, brilliant. Nice part of the world, although I haven't been, but I've heard great things about it. How did you girls kind of meet?
Through cancer. Through having cancer. Yeah.
Right. So we are going to really talk about like your story, really. So Becky, I know you're in touch with me with your story. How was it when you found out you got your diagnosis for the first time?
It was devastating. I had no idea what I was in for. I knew that I was very natural as far as, what I wanted to do, like treatment wise and the food I ate and things like that. And so I had to start researching holistic means of getting rid of cancer. And of course, things don't go the way that we planned it. So,
Mm.
we went all different ways. But yeah, that first little bit was so devastating. It is such a blur. Like I try to think back, that was February of 2023. So just a year and a bit ago. It's such a blur.
How are you doing now? Is it like take each day as it comes? You have good days, bad days.
Yeah, I would say for the most part, I have good days. Mentally, I'm kind of up and down because, you really hit the reality of what you've just been through once you're done fighting. And so, I was declared cancer free in December. And then now it's just my body is trying to heal. So, there are definitely good days and bad days. When the pain is higher, I don't feel great, but I try to stay pretty positive throughout all of it.
Sure, take each day as it comes. Thanks for sharing that with me, Becky. Now, Ashley, I know you met, as you say, you met through diagnosis of cancer. It was quite a remarkable story how you met, wasn't it? Because you know, um, being in a small town and everything.
Yeah, through mutual friends, we actually met, and he connected us. And then ever since then, we've just, it's lucky to have, like, I'm lucky to have her and fortunate because people who don't go through cancer or don't have it, they don't understand how it works and like how it affects your body.
Or
Uh,
even just mentally what you're going
Mentally,
through.
mm, mm.
the struggle.
What would you like to say to people who take their life for granted?
Oh God, I know I did. I'm pretty sure,
Yeah,
like
sure.
I think we all do at one
Mm.
point in time in our lives, but once you get hit with a disease that can destroy you and kill you at the end of the day, it really opens your eyes to wanting to watch what you eat better foods, be healthier, exercise, make sure, what you put into your body is good for your body.
And
And
Ashley,
also cut out the things that
Yeah.
are not just food or, just things that are toxic. Yeah, whether it's relationships, people, careers, like just cutting out the things that no longer bring you joy and no longer lift you up.
I think people don't understand the thing about stress that it actually affects your body really bad.
mm,
You know,
so having like a healthy lifestyle balance helps.
oh yeah.
How are you doing now, Ashley, today?
I, I have more bad days than good, but I'm coming along. I had 3 surgeries in 8 months, two invasive surgeries, and my cancer's uncommon, I guess. It's on the rare side, and there's no like real cure for it until it hits a major organ. So for me, it was pretty crazy to even. I think I almost lost my mind there for a little bit, but now, as I think it was August, I was declared cancer. I know I had active cancer in my body, so I'm okay. I think the hardest part for me is trying to regain my strength after the surgeries because I was cut from here to here. So, and then they were in there and doing a bunch of removals and stuff. So it's
Well,
pretty
yeah.
crazy.
I wanted to ask you girls as well, like we're in the 2020s now, and this has been going on a while now, people suffering from this horrible disease or condition, whatever you want to call it. Do you think there is an actual cure for cancer? But they're not letting us know, or
My opinion, yeah, I believe so. I don't want to say it, but
You know, pre having cancer, I was the biggest conspiracy theorist, like anti absolutely everything. And then, having to humble myself enough to receive pharmaceutical care and um, the standard care here, it sort of changed my perspective. Now, do I think that there is a cure that they're not sharing with us? Probably. I do think that every cancer is so different and every human is going to respond differently. Her and I could have had the exact same diagnosis and, one do better than the other. And it just is what it is. So, I'm sort of in the middle
yeah.
for the answer of that question.
So it's hard to say. But would you say like the advancement in medicine has come really far these to now?
Well, yes and no.
not for me.
Like, because she has neuroendocrine cancer.
Hormonal cancer.
It's a hormonal. Hers started in the appendix, and there's no cure. Like she said, it's just surgery until it hits a major organ, and then by the time it's stage 4, I mean, it's tough to deal with anyway. But then they can start with the chemos and things like that. For breast cancer, which is what I had, there is so much funding for breast cancer. And I mean, I feel very blessed for that. But then I see my friend going through, the opposite. It's like, we both have cancer. We're both in our 30s. Like, why is yours barely researched, barely funded, and mine has everything? So, I mean, that's a tough part of it is
that's why for me, like, I feel like there is, at the end of the day, there is a cure, but sometimes they need sick people to keep making money.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
Thanks for sharing that. I wanted to ask as well for the benefit of like people who don't know the stages of cancers, say 1 to 4. What does it start off at 1, then it goes progresses?
As well, actually. I was stage 3. She was stage 4, stage 5.
There is a stage 5, but that's like terminal.
Yeah. So once it gets to stage 3, that means it's hit your lymph nodes. And once it's stage 4, it means it's hit your organ. So stage 4 is terminal. Stage 3 is still curable, which is what I had. And because your lymph nodes are the pathway to the rest of your body. So once it hits your lymph nodes, they're really concerned about getting it out so that it doesn't move to your organ.
And
It's already in there.
I wanted to ask as well, you said it hit you for 6, this just out the blue. Any traces of cancer like genetically in your family? No.
Yeah. I did a genetic test. That was like a standard protocol when I first got sick, and all of mine for genetics came back negative.
I never did that. I didn't know.
It might be breast cancer specific.
Okay then. Well, thanks for sharing your story with the show. It's very enable of you to do so. Looking on the positive side, you've kind of flipped the coin, haven't you? Because you do a podcast now where you do like a weekly YouTube video, and you want to raise awareness and help others with this project you're doing, so the listener doesn't feel like alone in their battle with cancer.
I know I felt pretty alone when I first started going through it. I mean, I was 36. It's not like I was super young, but I also was a demographic that wasn't sick. None of my friends were sick. None of my family had been sick. And so I did feel fairly alone in that. And then I found Ashley, and we had another friend too who actually did pass away. But the 3 of us were all young in the same town, and we were like, we're going through so much, we're researching so much, and we want other people to
not feel alone.
Yeah, not feel like they're alone, and feel like there are people that support them or understand what they're going through when maybe their friends don't. Like, my friends have been amazing, but they never really understood what I was going through, or with my family. So we really wanted to do that, bring awareness to the fact that one, young people are getting sick, and two, like there are resources out there that aren't just what your doctor tells you to do. There are things that you can do for your body to get better, or at least to help your body get a bit healthier. So that's why we started a podcast.
And your podcast, where can people find you and subscribe?
We have it on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and it's Two Girls with Cancer.
We also have Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, I'm on Spotify, so yeah, we'll subscribe to that as well. What's advice to people who were scared to get checked out in any form of cancer, especially well, everyone really. You know, like guys as well, maybe they can be a bit reluctant to get checked out as well, you know, bowel cancer and testicular cancer as well.
Well, and the thing too, we're also seeing such an increase in hormonal cancers, not just in women with breast and ovarian, but we're also seeing hormonal cancers in men, you know, your testiculars and things like that. And a lot of it has to do with the food that we're eating, or even the alcohol, because alcohol raises your estrogen. So yeah, it's super important to go get checked. It's obviously invasive, you know, a mammogram, they squeeze your boob really tight. For, you know, for a man, it's real invasive, but do it.
If you would have asked me if you thought, like when I was younger, if I was going to get cancer, absolutely not. So I never expected, you didn't expect. So, you know, it's better to kind of, I guess, stay ahead of the game. And
well, and one thing that I would say too is make sure that if there's a concern, even if there's not a concern, really push your doctor, because both of our doctors had kind of written it off a little bit, and we had to push for it. And even through this process, every time that there's an ache and pain, we're both on the phone with those doctors saying, like, I want testing, because, you know, I don't want to slide through the cracks and find out 6 months from now that I have something that could have been found.
So it's best to be safe than sorry.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Anything furthermore you may just like to add to the interview?
I guess one thing, just for what we were just saying, if your doctor says you're too young, don't listen to that.
The little babies get it. There's children.
Yeah, but even like breast cancer is normally an older lady kind of disease. No, you're not too young for it. My sister-in-law died at 25. My ex-husband's sister, 25 years old, she died of breast cancer. I was 36, got breast cancer. So anyone can get it. Neuroendocrine, I mean, there's not enough research to know who gets it. So just be
37. Just my attendant.
Yeah, don't listen when they say you're too young.
And finally, ladies, what would you like the future to hold for yourselves?
Helping people, spreading the word, advocate.
Alive.
Alive.
Yeah, no, really spreading the word, and just being able to share stories. It's so healing to be able to talk and share what we've gone through, and have people even just for a moment empathize with that. And so there's something so healing about that. So I think that's, for me, what I would like in the future.
Well, Becky and Ashley, well, the Two Girls from Cancer channel, thank you very much for taking time out to speak to me today. You know, it's talking about this, you know, you have to be like sensitive and everything. And it's quite a delicate subject. So thank you very much for, like, you know, coming on and sharing your experiences. From here in the UK, we wish you well and a very speedy recovery, you know, fighting this.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And that was the Two Girls of Cancer, Becky and Ashley, on the Danny Sun syndicated show. Thanks for joining me today. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Bye.